also on the other side of the park is Fifth Avenue, which is part of a great trail called the Tulpehocken Trail, and that goes all the way from Montreal, parallel to the other trail, and then down towards Park Road, and then cuts across America and goes to Kentucky, and that trail sometimes marks Route 22. But that's near here too. And so where we're at is right on a trail, a little easy trail that went between those and connected those two great routes right here. Because right here, those two trails are only a mile apart, right? You think about Fifth Avenue, you think about Broadway, they're about a mile apart. Right? And so this trail connected them. Well, it's not a very well-known trail. And do you have that map that I
Yeah.
Let's get that out. But,
So you guys had this map from before?
yeah, so maybe some of you have seen it. Yep. So this is a map. The map itself is actually from 1800 or 1900 or so. So it's old also. But this dotted line is the Apthorpe Lane. Now that was the site of a Native American trail that connected the two big trails and cut right through here. We're just very nearby here. And so that was named after Mr. Apthorpe, who moved in right before the Revolutionary War. He built a big house right on the trail where we could get to see him. And then he called it Apthorpe Lane. But, you know, in the Native American culture, we don't often name those natural places after people. As you know, people don't last forever. We say, you know, if you eat right and you drink lots of water, good water, you drink herb teas, and you breathe fresh air, and you exercise, you get plenty of sleep, you could live to 112. So that's what we say, 112. But that's it. And so humans don't live forever, and so we don't usually name mountains and oceans after people, but obviously with Apthorpe, you know, okay, there's a guy who names his trail after him. And it's the same thing with the Hudson River. Remember, the Hudson River was called the Mohicantuk. We say that Mohicantuk. Mo means the greatest of all. Hikan means arm of the sea. And Ituk means it flows both ways, a river that flows both ways. So it's the greatest of estuaries, an arm of the sea, because that's what an estuary is. It's a place where the river flows right into the ocean. And Ituk means it's a river flowing both ways. And so instead of calling it Henry Hudson's River, which is kind of like, okay, he was only here for a vacation, really, 6 weeks, and then he left. So he didn't even call it my river. It was called the Mohicantuk by the Lenape people. Can you say Mohicantuk? So we're near the Hudson, aren't we? We're about half a mile from the Hudson. But if you went over there and it was 1609, you know what you'd find? You'd find what?
Oysters.
Oysters. Oh, they're good. Yeah, I remember.
Good.
So there's Stryker's Bay, very large bay, and there's a stream that came near here also that fed that bay, and in it were lots of oysters. And so the natives would go there and eat, and they'd eat the oysters and throw the shells in the ground, and they'd make a big pile that was called a midden. And scientists have studied these and found them to be as old as 9,000 years old, where they, you know, threw them. And so also, what they did was they'd smoke the oysters in the September, because they had lots of them, and then they would eat them in February. It shows you they thought ahead, because in February there isn't much food. So we see their shells over there. That's what that is. So we're right in between all these things. So the Tulpehocken Trail means Turtle Island Trail. And it's called that because it covers a lot of Turtle Island, which is North America, right? And Tulpehocken, Turtle Island. So, what else were we going to talk about today? Remember? Oh, about the village. The trail was probably called the Kanongdikong Trail because we'll go over that. Because if you follow it from here and you go east across what's now Central Park, and you cross Fifth Avenue, which was Tulpehocken,